start maneuvering things. So let's open up Roll20. I just realized I need to like not be streaming. Okay. Yeah, miss? Yeah, miss? Yeah, baby? Yeah, miss man? Okay. There's Roll20 set up correctly. Sweet. And then let's test out music. I'm going to be running like a minute late, but that's fine. And then let's go to... Why is this so bright? There we go. Volume mixer. OBS needs to be maxed up. There we go. And then let's go to YouTube.
I rolled 904 for initiative. What do I get?
What? What? What's that even mean?
I rolled 904 for initiative. What do I get?
To go first, I guess.
Awesome. Let's go.
Like, I can't imagine you going slower than anyone else at that point. Let me DM this to a few people. You and John. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to switch servers now. See you soon, To.
Yeah, have fun.
Alright. Let's lower my volume just a little bit. Music's just a little too high. Alright. What's on here? Okay. It's good enough. Nice. Where are my nerds? I should mute my phone. No notification noises. Alright, I think I'm good to go. How's that volume? Oh, it's been stuck like that.
Hey,
Good. Hey! How you doing?
doing good. You have your video on?
I figured, like, I don't know why we didn't do that for the whole year.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Oh, hey! We're
Got a nice
people.
view.
We're people again.
I know.
I haven't, like, seen you in, like...
A long time.
I don't think I've physically seen you since you were last at my house. Like, last February?
Yeah, it's been a while. I was
Gosh.
gonna say I got this at like Capitola a while ago.
Oh.
If you find it.
Oh my god, I love it. Is that a bear with the mask? Oh my god, I love it.
Stay safe, California.
Pizza My Heart. Oh, dude, that pizzeria is really good.
Not bad. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty badass shirt for like at the moment. So it was like, you know, it's not too argumentative of one side or another. They just
Yeah, it's not like you're not starting a fight with that shirt. It's stay safe. Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say my sister. She went to Austin because someone had a baby or something like that, a baby shower, and then she went in Austin, and it's kind of liberal. It's a liberal bubble, right?
Yeah.
So she went to some shop there, and she saw like the white MAGA hat, and she took a closer look, and it says, "Made you look, Black Lives Matter."
That's really funny, actually.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's actually a really good hat. My friend Bruce has this awful hat.
Yeah.
It reads "Make America Muy Bueno Again."
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's just like, oh, nobody likes this hat. Everyone gets mad looking at this.
Probably. Yeah, but both sides probably wouldn't be super happy, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not super confrontational about that stuff and try to make waves, but yeah.
No, I get ya.
Yeah, it's a good joke. I like jokes, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is this song? Yeah, this song does not belong on this playlist. I'm working on the Castle Ravenloft playlist, and I figured I'd like demo it tonight to see like how I felt about some of the songs in it.
Sure.
And this song goes for sure. It's like not intense at all. Whereas like the final fight needs to be.
Yeah, it depends on how the ambiance you want it to be. I know like at the beginning he's just like having dinner and all. And it's like pretty low key.
Oh yeah, no, the dinner already happened. You guys had that moment. There's no second dinner.
I getcha.
Alright, let's.
Wow. Just if we did, but yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really funny if there was a second dinner. But no, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be
Like-
interesting.
So you've killed how many of my brides now? Cool. We have beef now. You're yet to bring me anyone who I want. I explicitly asked for some specific people, and then you didn't. What is this song?
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
it's on camera.
Yeah, it figured it'd be kind of fun. Like, we haven't done that yet, and we've been doing this for, like, a year and a half. Like,
Yeah, this is a definite first, and I was super surprised.
oh, it's You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
No, I'm going to. It's just like I was just like, oh my god, there's like faces.
Right? Like we're human people. I haven't seen you guys like at all in like a hot minute, so it's definitely weird. Like
Solid like over a year, and I had met like both of you only maybe like once or twice.
right. Like we only hung out at my place like a few times.
Right.
Like 3-4 times, and then like at most.
Most.
Yeah.
It's a fan.
Oh, God, that's wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Sorry, go ahead.
It is so crazy that we've been one running this game for that long, and then two doing it virtually and like not seeing each other.
Right? Yeah, no, like. No, it's been.
I'll probably go off camera eventually, but like
Yeah.
I did want to say like hi, the courtesy. Like,
Heck yeah. No, like, it's fun, like. I dressed up for tonight, like. Got the suit on for Nerd Night. Because I used to do that, like, I used to dress up for Nerd Nights, and I miss doing that.
Yeah.
Like, do the full. Should I do like a full Strahd cosplay for the final session?
That would be really cool.
That'd be fun. Hi. Just surprising you guys with this whole like, what if I turned on my camera today thing? No pressure to do it too. Hi, Mr. Moose. Hi, baby man. You guys get to see him step on my keyboard this time.
Perfect.
Yeah. You get to see it when he's being a naughty boy. Yeah, mister.
How do we see it?
Cute.
So,
Cat.
sorry, what'd you say, Chris?
Oh, never mind. I have the glitch. Don't worry about it.
No worries. Oh, Mr. Moose Man. Y'all ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let me get my notes open. I somehow lost those. Let me get... Yeah, mister. Yes, Mr. Man. Thank you for the head bonk. Yes, very good. He just, like, bonked his forehead into my arm to get my attention. Hello. If you see me, guys, if you see me like looking to my right, that's where I have my second monitor to see all you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
I
have.
always worry about that.
Yeah, no, I do a 2-monitor setup because like otherwise it's just too much.
Like I'm ignoring you're like looking this way.
Right. If I'm looking to my left, it's because Baby Man's being naughty. I'm actually gonna get some water real quick, and then I'll be good to go. Yeah, mister.
Sounds good.
Yeah, mister. Oh, Baby Man, don't grab my leg like that. You're okay. I'm gonna check if he has food and water. Yeah, he's good. Yes. The flies came back, so if you hear the zapping, that's what that is.
Gotcha.
Thought
I
that
understand.
they were gone. I put away the zapper, and then they came back.
You can, I think you can leave out like apple cider vinegar and like sugar or something,
Oh.
and then they'll like die in the solution.
Nobody suggested sugar before. I'll try that.
Mhm.
Because I've done the
Yeah.
apple cider vinegar thing, and they weren't really interested. Maybe I used the wrong kind of container. Because, like...
I think you have to mix it with something sweet so they're drawn to it, and then, yeah.
Got it.
So once they're gone again, you might be able to keep them away that way.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. I'll try that, because, like, I did apple cider vinegar and, like, dish soap in a Tupperware, and, like, whisked that up, because I read that would do it. But, like, 3 flies total went in there. And it's like half a plague of Egypt over here. So, Alright, I'm gonna move all these characters to the GM layer so I can just like put them away. Because all these characters are not here anymore. They are... What's this button? Oh, there's a new button in Roll20. Cool. I think it's a torch button.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. But yeah, I'm going to put all the NPCs that you guys have in your party but aren't here up in the
Maybe
top.
it's like a light thing, but I don't know.
You know, I'm going to click the button and see what happens. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't have any extra buttons. So.
Bob, Craig, and Steve. Love them. The golems that you got. Let's see what happens when I press this. Enable dynamic lighting. Yeah, it's a torch thing. I do not want to enable dynamic lighting on this map, though. Oh, and Mordenkainen. He's no longer with you. He went to the Amber Temple. And is going to start working on that for you guys.
True that.
So, it's been a couple weeks since we played. Give me 1 second. I need to mute my phone. Oh my god, baby man. Okay. So, it's been a couple weeks since we last played, so I'm gonna do a quick like recap of where we were. We left off with you guys going to Mount Baratok. You know, I'll pull up the map. Not Lake Baratok, sorry, Lake Zarovich. Two different maps, two different lakes. You guys went past Lake Zarovich. I guess you went past Lake Baratok and Lake Zarovich to get into Mount Baratok. That's the word. Yeah. And that's where you ran into the Mad Mage, who you found to be Mordenkainen, one of the great wizards of the Circle of Eight. And oh, that was a lot of flies just now.
Wait, what about the whose tower did we destroy?
That was I'm blanking on Exathunder, I believe his name was. Some wizard who went presumably towards the Amber Temple, but you've not met Exathunder. You just know who they were. They were just, you met the talking bust that Esmeralda named Buster, and who was created by Exathunder a long, long time ago, along with the Wizard Tower, back before, before Strahd and the Shadowfell and all that happened. That was all there from back then. Yeah. You're yet to meet Exathunder, though. But yeah, you were up in the high mountains where you met Mordenkainen, the Mad Mage, and Shannon was able to cure him of his madness with some nice clerical magics. And after Cinnamon was done with the ritual, he was focused again. He was Mordenkainen again, and he agreed to help you, despite failing. He's killed Strahd a bunch of times, and he couldn't get rid of him permanently. But maybe there's a way with some help at the Amber Temple. So he's going to go there, do some research for you, and then come back. In the meantime, you sent people off to go get troops ready for the final assault. You sent Fang and Esmeralda to Kresk to go rally troops there and pull some favors. And you sent Irina and Parpel to the village of Barovia, sending a couple golems with each of them, leaving just the core party of Cinnamon, Professor, Farah, and Kane. and assisting Victor and Piddlewick, and of course Loftus, or Lotus the Loftus. You guys are currently walking towards Vallaki. You told me before that you had plans to instate Victor as the new burgomaster, and Victor has as many questions as Eli does. So, you guys ready to play that scene out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, you guys are walking. You guys have departed from Mordenkainen, who started heading towards Mount Gaucus, and you guys are walking along the edges of Lake Zarevich towards Vallaki. And Victor starts the conversation with, "So you want me to be the new burgomaster?"
Yeah.
What's
How old are you, Victor?
like 16, 17? Like, I think he's like 16, 17. Let's go with 17.
What makes you think you're not fit to rule?
Definitely let you guys down a few times recently. But
Combat prowess does not have to deal with government shit.
Yeah.
you're right.
If you did everything right, how would you learn?
You're right.
Remember you did the, I forget the portal thing on the ground and you failed multiple times, but hopefully you got better and learned.
I definitely learned.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's the same, similar in politics in a way, but, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't really concern me. It's more, what do you have in plan for my dad?
He can be an advisor. He doesn't have to be, I think it's called like succeeded or something, where the person's dead or they're killed off and the next person's in line. I saw that on like Netflix, like he killed 5 people in a row, and it's like the 5th or 6th guy down the line. He's like, "All right, you're getting sworn in as president." He's like, I don't know, that's not how it's supposed to happen. I don't think it should be me. He's like, "Sorry, sir."
Yeah, he was the designated survivor out of the group, right? Oh, he is the remaining designated survivor because how many other people died above him.
Yeah, I think I forget how many we need. I think there's like either 5 or 9. And after that, I'm sure there's more, but that's a lot of people to go through in general.
So,
People can abdicate or retire, basically, and let their successor go.
okay.
I mean, getting that public announcement from your father would be wonderful. How would you feel? How do you feel sharp? How do you feel your dad feels about sharp things?
Sharp things? Probably a coward. Where do you think I got it from? No, but, yeah, we could probably talk him into it. Yeah, we could talk him into it. Knowing him, there's probably going to be some sort of, already going to be a public gathering tonight, so we could do it then. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I think I'm getting an idea of what you have in mind now.
I mean, you weren't happy with how your dad was running things. You were trying to leave.
Yeah, no, I hate it here. The festivals drive me mad. Everything here is awful. Just tried to leave. But if we can fix here, that works. That works. Yeah. Okay, I think I got it. I'll follow your lead and follow up on anything you need. you guys are heading towards the Vistani camp first, I assume, just because it's still pretty early in the day, and your prophecy told you to come here first. So, am I good on assuming that?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
let me pull us to
Is that an Eli question or a Victor question?
That's a Eli question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have made that more
Vistani
clear.
move around, right?
Huh?
Or the Vistani move around, or is this one like a good base camp for them?
This Vistani camp doesn't move, interestingly.
Okay.
Yeah, this Vistani camp is actually, like, stagnant.
Permanent.
Which,
Yeah.
Esmeralda would have told you, makes them less favorable amongst other Vistani. Like,
Okay.
these Vistani are not the same as the others. And you were given a very specific, let me pull up the card reading. Tarako.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. The screen's black for me, though.
Oh, for Roll20?
Yeah.
Probably because this map has dynamic lighting enabled.
Alright.
Oh, it's...
Been causing you problems.
It flashed, but...
Well, what it is that dynamic lighting was off by default, but on at the same time, so I have to turn it on and then turn it off. And now it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of horses.
Yes. You don't need to worry about putting minis on this grid. This is just the whole Vistani camp, and you can scroll all the way down to the bottom to see, like, what your characters see as you approach.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's like a bottom image at the very bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see, like, what you guys see as you're approaching.
That's kind of interesting. It's like the Hobbits.
Yeah! Yeah, it is. It's not unlike it. Like, it's not
Yeah.
literally built into the hillside, but it's, like, right there.
Yeah, pretty close into it.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, there was a specific Terra that dealt with this location? Because I thought the Sun Sword was here, so I've got my things mixed up.
Yes, there is a thing here. A card tells of powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The Vistani have what you seek. A missing child holds the key to the treasure's release. And that is not the only reference to Vistani. You know of a dusk elf living among the Vistani. He has suffered great loss and is haunted by dark dreams. Help him and he will help you in return. But that's more of a side quest. And there's also... I feel like there's another one in here, but oh well. No, I think that's it. Yeah. So, I'll send you guys this real quick, so you can look at it yourselves. Professor's Pack, there you go. But yeah, you know that there is a major artifact here. As you approach it, you started this day a while ago. Like, you left Kresk, you went to the Wizard Tower, you went to the Mount Baratok, you spent like an hour with Mordenkainen, and then you walked back to Vallaki. So it's like later afternoon at this point, but not night yet. And it's a heavy mist today, and let me get you a description of what you see in here as you approach the Vistani camp. Give me 1 second. The Vistani camp. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring up through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. At this distance, you can clearly smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area. And Kane, using your superior dog senses, enhanced by your werewolf tendencies, you can clearly make out the sound of a whip going off once every couple of seconds, followed by some pained noises.
Horse pain noises or just
More like a person. It's in the distance, but you can hear it coming from the top of the hill. Like, you can hear that. Let's put a marker on the map just to represent your party. Here. Each one of these squares is like 50 feet or something crazy, so... no, each square is 10 feet, so... But you guys are coming up the road towards the hillside, and you can clearly make out the sound of whipping coming from the top, and you see houses around the hill built in that look very decorated. Where do you head?
Keep going up
Keep
the
going
path.
up? Yeah, like,
Sounds
Just
good.
like
we're not going to enter someone's house randomly.
Sounds good. You head on up.
Yeah, if there's like any people nearby, like we're not just like running up the hill being like rah. It's
No,
just
no.
like, oh, we are wandering into town.
Sounds good. You notice as you're walking up the hill a few dusk elves sitting on their front porches watching you, but not saying much as you walk past. They have a tired look in their eyes as you walk past.
I assume we offer greetings as we
Sure.
pass.
Sure. They nod, and they don't avoid eye contact, but more just avoid confrontation. The Dusk Elves do.
Right, we're not being welcome.
Right, you're not being, like, open arms, but you're not being turned away. They seem to just be... They're not viewing you as a threat, but they're not viewing you as, oh, throw a party because they're here. I'm pulling up the section on this area. Ah, that's right. It's kind of... Where is it? Sorry, there's like... the Vistani camp is... It has its own section in the book, but I can't find it. Here it is. Sorry. So, you head all the way up towards the large tent at the center of the hill. Piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine, and from inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by howls of pain. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you can see a number of Vistani passed out in various places on dead grass. A barely conscious and shirtless dusk elf is hugging the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. You see 2 men standing there, one with the whip, another telling him, come on, give him a break, let him breathe for a moment. And the one with the whip seems to be shaking his head and going for another lash.
So are the others tired because they're exhausted or tired because they're beaten?
They don't look injured. They look exhausted.
Okay, just exhausted. That's a werewolf if I ever saw one.
Surprisingly not, no.
Just a decent woman.
just some beastly dudes.
Wow, it's a werewolf I ever saw him. It's like, hey, I'm a human.
But yeah, the first one who I showed you, he's the one with the whip, and he's got a look in his eyes of as if he's been crying for hours. And you see
The
him,
guy whipping has been crying for hours, or
the man whipping, like his eyes are red, and he's just got like he looks dehydrated, like he looks exhausted, and he's the one doing the whipping.
Mm.
At this point, you are kind of just standing at the mouth of the tent. They haven't really noticed you yet. If you want to keep watching, I'll tell you what they keep doing. Eventually, one of the two Vistanis, the one without the whip, convinces the other to give the man on the tent pole a break. And so the man with the whip goes over, pulls out a vial from his, pulls a vial out of his shirt. You recognize it as a healing potion as he pours it over the man's back, closing the wounds and healing the guy who's tied to the tent pole.
Mm.
hail, friends.
They turn to you looking a little startled, but hail. What do you want? The one on the left. He says, I'm a bit busy right now. What do you want?
We're travelers. We ran into Grandma, and she directed us to come here. I don't remember that old lady.
You say her name, I assume.
Yeah, where I said Grandma referred to that lady.
That seer. She's something. Sending people here. Alright. What you want?
I'm curious as to what's going on. I'm new to these lands and was wondering of your customs.
Well, don't... It's probably not the greatest first impression then, huh? And he goes in for another whip and a lash on the Dusk Elf's back.
I mean, the proper sort of justice, or customs could always be explained. We've traveled many lands and are open-minded to what may be. I mean,
well,
I point to my weapons across my body.
Well, this boy here, he lost my daughter. Gave him a chance to find her. Gave him weeks. And that's when you notice. You've met this elf before. You recognize them. As they turn their head to look at the people who just walked in the tent, you recognize this elf. You met them back at Argynvostholt, the castle of the Silver Dragons.
Mm.
You met this elf there, as he was looking for a Vistani. Weeks ago now, though.
I remember that. It's been a while.
Yeah, that was real world maybe 7 months ago. In-game, about 3 weeks ago.
So I would ask, what was the deal you had to watch your daughter? Was he babysitting or something else? Was he a bodyguard?
He was... Well, yeah, it was his turn on shift. I was out hunting with my brother here. And when we returned, my daughter was gone. And he had no answers. So, we've been looking for her.
Wait. Daughter as in, child, or daughter as in, of marriageable age?
No, she's 6.
Okay, I just wanted to, clarify, because,
No.
there's a guy snatching marriageable aged ladies around here.
That's awful to hear.
He's doing more than snatching.
I know, but
That's awful. That's a problem for 10 years from now, me. If I ever see my daughter again, that is. But no, I've all but given up at this point. We've searched everywhere. And he goes in for another whip on the Dusk Elf's back, and letting out another splash of blood and pain.
So, was this guy a servant, or was he just, like, scooping around, and I think I scared the shit out of him? Or, I don't quite remember his deal.
Who? Oh, the man who you met back at Argynvostolt? The Dusk Elf?
Yeah.
Actually, I have his name for you if you want that to make conversation easier. Yeah, because he told you it. Savid. Here, let me drop it in chat for you. Yeah, you met this elf back in Argynvostolt when he was looking for the kid. The brother of the man with the whip comes over and says, "Sorry, this has been a very informal introduction. You can tell my brother's having an awful time of it. My name is Erigel. He is Luvash. We run this camp." And, yeah. Savid was on guard duty while we were out, and when we returned, Arabelle was gone.
And you said that was weeks ago? Days ago?
Weeks ago. Eli can get you an exact amount of days ago if you give him like 30 seconds, but like approximately 3 weeks ago.
Gone as in taken by someone, or gone as in she's wandered off and like missing level of like small child wandered into the woods and got lost?
Or he hasn't said what happened?
You ask him that, and Erigel says, "We don't know. Come with me. If you're actually invested, I'll show you." And he leads you over to the side where he's got like a table set up, and on it a full map of Barovia. And he tells you, "We've looked pretty much everywhere." Like, and you look down at the map and you see it's just covered in red ink, like with circles and X's and different marks and scribbles, and it looks like they've been. This map is covered in red ink. If you want to try making like a survival roll, you can maybe decipher where they haven't looked yet, but it's the whole valley they've covered in the last 3 weeks.
Has she accidentally discovered the way out of this stupid pocket dimension without anybody knowing?
I have survival.
I don't think she's more lucky than the wizard. That's pretty dang lucky, but sometimes I'd rather be more lucky than skillful.
17. No, this is DC 20. From a 17, you can tell it's... You look over this map, and it's... Each of you get one shot at reading this map to try to find out where she is. Kane starts looking over it and shakes his head, just going, "Well, there's a few patches of woods, maybe. Do you guys also want to give it a shot?"
Just roll survival.
DC,
Yeah, would it be survival?
DC 20.
Well, gonna have to be not 20. Can I assist someone, or you just wanted to?
You can give Kane assistance. Give him advantage. You could spend your action to instead let Chris roll a second time.
Yeah, Chris or Farah, I know they're both better than mine.
Wait.
I have 0 in it.
Wait, Shannon, you have a +9 to survival?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
She's a forest,
Yeah,
forest
I'm a
hermit.
forest hermit, and like survival is wisdom. So like,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I had no idea you had that high of... Well, maybe the professor gives Cinnamon advantage instead.
Yeah, that's fine. Whoever.
There we go.
Because my plus 10 doesn't.
hooray!
I rolled 11, and that means my plus 10 won't help out that much.
Yeah.
It's fine. We got there.
Alright, so, the 4 of you, or the 5 of you, because there's also Victor, 6 if you include Piddlewick, crowd around the table and start scouring over the map, looking at where the ink traces and all that, and Cinnamon deciphers 2 locations that they haven't searched yet. And I'll bring you guys to the Barovia map so you can see what I'm talking about. You decipher that the only 2 places that aren't covered in red ink is Lake Zarovich and Castle Ravenloft.
Is Dude snatching kids now?
It could be.
But
What were the 2 places again? Castle Ravenclaw and the other one?
Castle
A
Ravenloft,
lake, what's it?
right next to Vallaki.
Yeah, but we just came from Lake, didn't we?
You walked around the lake, and while you were walking around it, you didn't see a whole lot of activity out there. Like, you saw 1 boat, maybe. Like, I think you looked out and saw, like, 1 guy fishing, but, like, that's it. But that was, like, way off in the distance, and it didn't really pick up on your brain waves of, like, as an important detail then. But yeah, Cinnamon points out Lake Zarovich hasn't been searched yet, and neither has Castle Ravenloft. To which Aragolf says, "Well, I'm not going to the castle alone, but
We're going with quite a few amount of people. You could say it's going to be one hell of a party.
A party with an army.
if
You can't spell a party without army?
if she's there, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I didn't think Strahd that way, but you said there was another place to look, much closer though, right?
The lake?
Listen, my brother's gonna kill this guy if I don't stick around. If I leave Luvash with this Dusk Elf, the elf's gonna be dead when I get back. We might look awful right now, but I promise you this is not how we normally are here. I'll make it worth your while if you can just check there for me real quick.
Is there a certain part of the lake you wanted us to check, or had an idea?
You're the one who came up with the lake idea.
I feel like this might
Investigative skills.
If you can just keep a lookout for the girl. She's my brother's world, you know?
Do we have a water breathing spell by chance?
You might have a potion of water breathing somewhere in your party. I gave you guys bought a lot of potions
That's true.
and like split them up amongst all of y'all. I think Farah bought a lot of potions. I don't remember what she has though.
Yeah.
I don't much remember what I have either, to be honest, but I did buy a bunch. Let me look in my character sheet.
Yeah, let's see. What'd you get? Did you put it here? Where would you have put it?
I added them in. Otherwise, they would just disappear as far as I was concerned if I didn't put them in my character sheet.
Potion of Resistance, so that sounds useful. I don't know where you put them on your sheet, but I can just check my notes because I did keep notes on which potions y'all bought.
Okay.
Let me check.
Yeah. You should do that. Because maybe I didn't because I bought them like I think we bought close to all of them. Like
You,
between
you only
If you
didn't buy
search
like
for potion. It comes up with a list.
you.
I have the water breathing spell.
Ooh,
Potion. It says vial of nymph breath gives water breathing.
dope.
And apparently I have an antidepressant, which is nice. Do for like right before we go into battle.
Yeah, the idea for that one was like if you get like Shadowfell Despair or something like that.
I was gonna say we can also use the elemental as well, though I don't know if it's can really communicate that well with me. So
Yeah. The Vial of Nymph Breath. What's it do? That's what it does.
Elementals speak primordial, right?
yeah,
I can talk to it.
You know Primordial, that's right. That's dope as hell. Okay. So you guys want to start heading in that way?
yeah, we can.
Is there anything else you want to do while you're at the Vistani camp?
You say this is a camp, but those look like permanent homes.
Yeah, the Vistani. This is a much more. A lot of Vistani aren't a fan of how we live. We've actually put down roots and built structures here, but those houses out there, those belong to the elves. We have the wagons and the tent. They lost their home. We took them in.
So do they have a separate leader, or?
There is one elf who's a bit of a standout that you might have interest in meeting with. His name Casimir. I think he's gonna be the most leader-like of all the elves here, but all of them are downtrodden folk. You know what happened to the elves, right?
No, I don't even know what an elf is. As you can see, I'm not from around here. I don't know how many talking dogs you've met.
Yeah, no, this is the first. But
I am definitely not a werewolf in wolf form.
of course you're not, buddy. And he gives you like a little head pat. Little Shiva is so good. But no, yeah. I'm not the most up to date on all their drama, but I've heard it once before and it was enough for me. They got in the way of Strahd, and he lost a woman he was interested in, and they lost every woman in their tribe.
Oh, I think I do remember this.
Yeah, you talked to Strahd about it back at the dinner. Like, he went into very deep detail about what he did there. And it was awful. But yeah, no, it comes back to you since it's been in game like a couple weeks since the dinner, so it's reasonable for your character to go, "Oh right, got it." So yeah, it's just the boys left for the Dusk Elves. very tired folk. So, doesn't give them any excuse to lose the air of the camp, though. So, you hear another whiplash go off behind you, and Aragorn says, I should get some more healing potion on the elf's back before he bleeds out fully. And he goes to do that. Anything else you guys want while you're here?
No, it seems like attempting the lake, and if the little girl's still like alive / there, means that like the elf will suffer less because the girl is back.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Completing task as quick as possible means less suffering.
And then do we got time for a little bit of talkie-talkie?
Yeah.
You know, kind of rally as big as the army as I can.
Oh, sure.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to approach Ishmael with our little party of people.
Luvash? The one with the whip? Or the other brother? Aragorn.
I asked about the...
Oh, the elves.
The elves here.
Got it. Give me 1 second. I did not prep this. Let me read what their deal is. Because I don't know.
Sorry, Eli.
No.
Having another troop of archers would be nice.
Oh, absolutely. Like, getting some more elves on your side would actually be huge, yeah. So, you ask for directions to Casimir's hovel, and,
Whoa, we're not that blue-blooded.
No? Wait, what's that mean?
Like, they're decent homes, like a hovel? Jeez.
Okay, maybe I don't know what the word hovel means, but I'm just reading what it says in the book. I'm sorry.
Okay. Blue blood is another term for acting like for being a noble. So I was like, we're not gonna call it a hovel.
I'm gonna look up define hovel, so that I know what that word means. A small, squalid, unpleasant, or simply constructed dwelling. Oh wow, that's a harsh word to call it, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Whoa now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're doing now, because, like, yeah, no, that's an intense wording for, it's his house. Like, it's not much, but it's a house. It's not like it's, these look nice. Like, these are...
In the scheme of Barovia, it's pretty good. I mean, like,
yeah.
we've been to much worse, I want to argue, in Barovia.
Yeah, no, you've seen some shit in the last... couple of weeks here. This is probably one of the nicest places you've been. I don't know.
Villages of hovels everywhere.
Yeah, like, you've seen, like, houses made out of barely any wood falling apart and rotting, and, like, an entire swamp city, and, like, just, like, some pretty awful situations. To call this a hovel is actually pretty rough, like, pretty mean of Wizards of the Coast, gotta say. Anyways, you head over to his house. I'm gonna... Oh, Ashley said be right back. I'm gonna get some ice water in that case, because I am sweating so much in this suit. The suit's fun and aesthetic, but it's not viable.
Yeah, at least it's been getting colder recently.
It's still like 80 here. God. Yeah, no, to call it a hovel is definitely uncalled for. What are you doing, Moose? You scrolling? You like the floor, mister? Good. I'm glad you like the floor. Yeah, mister. Alright, what is Casimir's deal?
I was so excited. I'm like, hey, maybe I can actually break out my like fall jacket this morning. It's pretty cold. And then I walked home from work. I'm like, I am dying in my long sleeves.
It hit like 90 today! It's ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous.
That California weather shift between like morning and 2 p.m. is just like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
50 degrees difference.
It's too much.
I'm not. Sorry.
No worries.
Snack and drink break.
Yeah, I got some ice water. I was just like quickly refreshing myself. Who's Casimir? Because I know it in the back of my head, but I wanted to like refresh myself like what his deal was. Okay. What is a vestibule? Because it says he has a decorated vestibule. Antechamber, hall, or lobby next to the outer door of a building. Got it. Got it. Okay, so he's got like a front porch. And
It's classy!
yeah. Why the hell do they call it a hovel? That's so mean.
A hovel with a vestibule? Like, come on.
Yeah, like when we're done with this campaign, I have some things to rant about how Curse of Strahd is written. Just like I have to make there's some stuff in here. Anyways, standing quiet.
And there was a moth in my room that I needed assistance with because I don't like them. So my
Valid.
roommate like got it and took it outside, so we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. Standing quietly in front of this house, bathed in the warm light of its lanterns, are 3 sullen, gray-cloaked figures. Their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls. They appear to be more dusk elves, but guarding the front door. And they nod at you as you approach, but seem to get a bit on guard when you just keep walking towards them.
Well, I mean, I hailed them before. Hail! Dusk elves?
One of them
We
asks,
seek a guy with the name S. Or,
Casimir.
that's the other dude. Trendemir? Yeah, Trendemir.
Casimir. Here.
We seek Casimir.
For what purpose? He's here, but you bring no trouble, right?
We bring opportunity. We come as liaisons of the other 2 villages. Or the one that's nearby. This is Victor, soon to be burgomaster of town. I'm being lazy today, Eli. I'm sorry.
No worries.
This is Lady, burgomaster of Barovia.
She's not with you.
Oh, she's not with us? Oopsies.
Yeah, she went back to Barovia with Purple, 2 clay golems, and a animated armor. You gave her bodyguards.
We say that we're a liaison of her as well. Right?
Sounds good.
We're a human delegation.
Got it.
I do know that there are no humans of present except for one, but we are a human delegation.
Awesome. The Dusk Elves nod and stand aside to let you. One of them heads in, talks to you. Hear some muffled voices behind closed door for a moment, and then comes back out and says, "You're welcome in." And you're welcome into his home. and let me see what you see in here. His hovel has a decorated vestibule and a comfortable room beyond with a fireplace. Wooden statuettes of elven deities stand in cubbyholes along one wall, and a tapestry of a forest hangs on the opposite wall. Sitting, brooding at a dining room table, you see Casimir, and there is official artwork of him, but it's not very good.
Wait, so for the record, before I enter, I go off to the side of the room, throw open my disguise kit, and throw on the holy symbol and look like Father Bartholomew and come back out.
Hell yeah.
Also, I'm going to burn an adventuring gear to have like a nice looking box or like a box.
Sure. What's in the box?
I'm going to put like 50 gold in.
Okay. Sure. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Alright, so brooding at his table, you see Casimir. A very just broken man. He looks up at you and he asks, "What can I do for you?"
We are a what can you do for us? What can we do for you, good sir? We wish to make formal diplomatic extensions out to the Dusk Elves, and I have been informed that you are their leader. Please take this humble offering as a token of our future endeavors together.
He takes the box, opens it up, and goes, "Oh, wow." And he closes it and goes, "You have my attention. What can you
This also may sound strange, but I am also an envoy of the werewolves. There is a werewolf clan that is allying with these other two noble houses, as well as Tox. No formal Tox was cursed, but as if you will see in a few days, their banners should be flying with ours for no particular reason outside the Castle Strahd. For we are all loyal to Strahd, and I obviously wink at him.
Yeah,
I assume he knows, like everybody else in fucking Barovia, that Strahd has spies everywhere.
right. Casimir nods, and then he's processing all this brand new information, and you see like glimmers of hope running through his mind, and like thoughts of maybe getting revenge. I would be very interested in this. Yes. I don't have many men left. The folks you see around town, minus one, are pretty much all of us. We have one. There's one of us who's. We had a disagreement. They're currently living in Barovia. But all but one of us are here. There's only a few dozen of us, but my sister, Patrina, she was killed by Strahd, and I would love to atone for what led to that.
It is safe to speak freely here, and I nervously look left and right.
As safe as it is anywhere. you know that you killed Strahd only like a couple days ago. He might still be dead, as far as you know.
Wait, we don't know that.
You don't know that, but like, well, you can assume that he doesn't reform within an hour when you kill him for good, like how you did, or not for good, but you know what I mean. Like you killed him.
That is the professor or Farah's skills, not mine, unfortunately.
Valid. Very valid. Yeah. Words. Let me quickly skim over what does Casimir want.
Oh, I can just tell him what we have, what we're planning on doing, and the new plan, and watch as Victor responds to it, because I am told the entire plan that I told you, Eli.
Got it. Casimir takes it all in, and he says, "My sister is currently entombed in the catacombs below Castle Ravenloft. I would love to see her again. I think we have something to work with here."
A personal question. I've heard of your history, and I am confused why your people have not seeken brides in the other villages. People keep throwing this term elf, and I am a foreigner, hence the diplomatic envoys. And is there something like different about you guys than the humans? You guys look like humans.
We are much more long-lived than the humans, but even still, they don't forget. They forget the reasons, but not the effects. We are damned by Strahd, and if we were to start intermingling, it would just bring the Vistani here put themselves in so much risk by housing us, working with us. Honestly, after my sister died, Strahd came and killed every single one of the women in our camp, and he's made it clear that if another were to join the camp, she would meet a similar fate. So we did what we had to do, but I regret it every day. And it's at this point you notice his ears are cut off at the top. Like he pulls back his hood, and you notice like his ears have been like cut off by like a knife. Like right about like halfway. But
wait, Lucian, did I ever tell you the plan?
No, you just act. I'm wondering what's gonna happen too. I'm watching intently.
Exactly like a dog would do.
I wanted to make a two-party governmentship of the head of military, which is done via combat, and then I wanted the ruling person to be able to pass a exam that I wanted you to design.
Pass an exam?
Yeah, because like wisdom and knowledge is needed for ruling, right? I want a wise ruler, and I wanted you to like develop a test to test potential candidates their intelligence. And out of game, people have been suggesting that might not be the best. But I mean, between you and this old guy, you guys should be able to make a pretty good intelligence test, right?
For
figuring
although
out.
I think I would also with like outside game meta, I would probably do it like dark side, similar to Star Wars, where they can also use cunning and subterfuge and whatever means to rule. If they're more clever and smarter than the opponent, then they deserve to rule as well. And I don't know, the chaos of whoever's best wins, but that's probably the gist of professors.
You guys,
I mean, then that's a quiz that you would make, right? I just didn't know if you wanted to involve this guy, or if you feel like you're smart enough to make a king's test, so to speak.
I don't know. I mean, I could say I'm gonna work with them, but it's probably just gonna be on me anyways. But,
Okay, then I won't propose that to him. So that's Kane's plan, is that like there's a advisory court, right? Each the burgomaster, the head of the barrels, this dude could sit on a council and advise the ruler. Rulership would be for life, but afterwards an application is done to select the next king effectively.
I'd probably work with them in game, or to say like, because they might have some cultural things or however they want to work it too. Like whatever I think would be best might not work for them, but so I need their input. But
Oh, I know. I just don't like nobility because I've been a mercenary, right? And civil wars are annoying, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
yeah, you guys are gonna have a lot of power over. You guys pretty much get to decide what does Barovia look like, when you guys leave.
Because what's her name asked me, anyways, to put her on the throne, for the record.
Who?
The chick.
For which throne?
Irina.
The Strahd's throne.
Oh, which throne?
Irina.
I don't know. We'll get there when we get there, I would say.
You're gonna get there in like a month. Yeah.
We have to kill Strahd. Apparently, people killed him and not succeeded. So
I know, but it's gonna be very do or die, right? Either we kill him and we have to create a new government, or we're dead. That's my assumption.
yeah. Well, it's also like if he keeps coming back, or we can't figure it out. I figure we'll be okay, but yeah, we should do it when we cross that bridge, and he's good, dead and gone for good.
So is Kashmir cool with Kane's plan? Also, what is Victor's face?
Victor takes all this in and goes,
Because is Victor gonna fuck up the plan?
Victor looks incredibly nervous, but he goes over to Casimir and shakes his hand and says, Burgomaster of Vallaki, good to meet you. But when he turns his back for a moment and to look at you, he has just a face of panic. Like he put on a very strong face for like the moment he needed when he was like shaking Casimir's hand and doing introductions, but like when he gets a moment to just look at you, he goes, what the fuck? Like he's like, I'm not ready, but I'll do it. Like he's extremely nervous, but he will do it. Casimir seems to be dancing around some several hundred-year-old trauma with Strahd and his sister and all that, but with all of your plans, he seems to go, well, I support this. I'll be quite frank. Most of us are out of practice when it comes to combat. We've been avoiding starvation for the last couple hundred years. Just slowly dying out one by one as old age eventually grasps us and can't make more of us, but here. And he starts working on something at his desk, and he hands you a thing to... There's a Dusk Elf who lives in village of Barovia. He'll be able to assist with the actual assault on the castle. None of us are quite well equipped. I mean, it's been years since I've cast a spell. It's still in my head somewhere, but I think I'd be better off getting folks ready, though. I'll see if I can get a few archers together. I'll see if I can do that. But come victory, I'll support. We'll support. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd want to do with Casimir while you're here?
Does he want to formalize? Does he want to take a pledge of oath, or like do a census, or taxes, or any of that other stupid stuff? I guess.
You suggest those things, and he says a lot of that can wait till after.
Okay. Okie dokie. See you later.
We will be ready for you.
Yeah. Invest in your people. I'm sure the other villages have food. And be ready for a feast. Yeah.
Yeah. He lets you know the 7 houses you see here are all but one of the Dusk Elves left in Barovia. Like, these 7 little houses are all that remains of his people.
Well, I mean, like, you can literally tell me how many minis there are.
Not all of them have minis in them, but, like, each one has 1 guard in front, so it's probably safe to assume 1 D4 elves per house.
Oh, okay. I mean, sweet deal, then.
Yeah, so 7 D4. We can just roll 7 D4s if you want to know exactly how many elves there are. Do you want me to do that real quick?
You or I? I like rolling dice.
Go ahead, roll 7 D4. You know how to do that, right? On the advanced dice roller? Sweet.
Come on, village. Ooh.
There are... Oh, wait. We add the guards that are in front of each house. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, not including Casimir, and not including the 1 elf in Barovia. When I say 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them. So, if he can rally archers together, it's going to be like the smallest unit possible.
I was really hoping to be... I mean, technically it is statistical, but it's a bummer.
Yeah. No, that is actually way below average, because, like, on average, you roll 2.5 on a D4.
Yeah.
That is actually a really unlucky roll, but it's true to the story of how many Dusk Elves there are left. 21 Dusk Elves, 23 if you include the other 2. Casimir tells you the name of the elf that you would be looking for if you end up in the village of Barovia. Drokenzek is his name. He's much more combat prowess than most of us. I mean, I've got a few spells rattling around in my brain, but I wouldn't trust myself. On the battlefield, it's been too long. But yeah, I'll rally who I can. because this is something we would believe in. It's gonna be it'll take some work for me to get the people spirits together though.
I smile because effectively I just realized we hired a scouting party.
Yeah, like if you actually field these guys as units, if their unit dies, that's actually just the whole tribe of elves dying. Yeah,
That's a big one.
because like that's how few people there are here. But anyways, y'all ready to head to Lake Zarevich?
Guess we're doing pretty good on time.
Yeah. Let me close some tabs. I don't need Luvash. I don't need the Vistani camp. I don't need Aragol. And I don't need him. I'm gonna take us just to the random battle map because this works. And I'm gonna put you guys down here. This is arbitrary. It doesn't represent anything yet. Refresh your pages if you need to now. And then let me open up Areas of Barovia in Chapter 2. And I'm looking for L. Oh, jeez, that just closed everything. What was that? Was that another...
That's the role I wanted, but that's okay.
It's like 10 more people by doing that, though. Yeah. I mean, when you're working with this few, that is a significant amount, but yeah. Unfortunate. Let me get some water.
Invested a lot of money in them.
Good.
Alright.
I was like, ooh, maybe a tribute of 100 gold, and that was like, I'm cheaper than that.
I would have done like 10, 25.
50 gold is at least like, oh, this person means like
It's
they're
like a year's salary for a farmer.
they're giving me a gift of significant value at least.
Yeah, but he's going to be a noble, right? He's the leader of the thing.
They're very poor people. Everyone here is.
Village to village, right?
Sorry, say again?
I'm saying village to village, right?
Village to village what?
In a place that has been subsistence farmers, or technically worse than subsistence farmers, right? I'm trying to like inject as much value into this place as I can.
That's very wholesome.
Unless I've caused hyperinflation, which whoops.
Oh, don't worry, that'll just happen after you loot Strahd's treasury.
They'll just have a nice boom. Good economic.
Yeah.
whatever.
Anyways, so it's still thick fog. It's about a thick fog today. Like, not a fog as much as like a heavy mist that like sits above the ground, and sits above the water. At the foot of the mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. You're coming up along the shore north of Vallaki, and you see pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake, with a lone figure sitting in it, fishing pole in hand. Let's see here. Do I have artwork of Bluto? Not good artwork. That's unfortunate. Nope.
Bluto?
It's a good name, right? There is not good. You know, let me just pull it up on Google. Bluto, Curse of Strahd. There's not good art there. Anyways, what do you want to do? You're at the lake. This is the artwork I have of him. You can, way off in the distance, you can see a lone figure sitting in his boat, fishing pole, not moving.
I should have done something.
What? Do you want to roll back for like 1 second?
I should have fucking sniffed for her scent so I could, track. Unless we got, like, once we were in the vicinity, so to speak.
That'd be smart. Yeah. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, right now you just see one fisherman out on the lake in his rowboat. And you've been watching him for a minute now, and he's not moved, like, at all.
He does look like a blob. Like, really blob.
He's a little bit blobby, a lot of bit blobby. Yeah, he's a lot of bit blobby. Ooh, where's my... You've been watching him now for more than a minute, and you see him start moving, and you can interject at any point with saying, "We do a thing." I'll remind you the scene is, you're at the southern shore of the lake. He's pretty much equidistant in the center of the lake, and there are 3 rowboats on the shore next to you. And I'm looking up the stats of a thing while you guys can tell me if you want to do anything or you just watch.
Oh, someone else was gonna said something about a water elemental or using a potion of water breathing. Shred.
Yeah. Well,
do golems need to breathe?
not a water golem. Water elemental, but I don't think a golem either. They're made of stone.
Yeah, but Vasilka's a flesh golem.
Oh yeah, I think we sent Vasilka to Kresk with Esmeralda.
Okay, then that scratches that idea.
It's literally just you guys right now. Like, the folks here are all the folks here. Everyone else either went to Kresk or... Like, these are the splits that you guys decided on last session.
Yeah. No worries, I'm just, like,
Yeah.
We're lacking some of the resources I guess I've taken for granted.
Yeah. So, since you've been just sitting by the side of the shore for a hot minute, you see him reach... Lucian, you here? Can you still hear us? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you can still hear me. You see him, like, reaching down into the boat now and fumbling with a burlap sack. You can still interrupt me.
I'll say, hey, how's it going out there? You catch any fish?
You holler that across the lake. No reaction. Doesn't even look at you.
How far is he in the lake?
Couple hundred
Is he
feet.
like 100 feet?
Couple hundred.
Oh, a couple hundred.
I can get you an exact number.
It's okay. Well, I say let's start rowing out to him.
Okay. So you guys all get in 1 boat, 2 boats, 3 boats. How do you split it?
Probably 2 boats.
Yeah, 2 boats, because some of us are pretty small. And if these are rowboats built for humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only steer or do a side pedal. I can't do a rope.
Do you like officially not have opposable thumbs? Like,
I mean, you can use a sword, so
Yeah, I'm a dog. Yeah, but I hold that in my mouth. That's my point, is that I have to do my face to the side. I can't go up and down as a... I don't think I could do that.
I think you could, like that. It'd be awkward, but you can.
If you say I can.
I would say it'd be incredible.
because like
They're already
Ashley's
humanoid.
character's is Fox, and foxes don't naturally have opposable thumbs. I do. My
Yeah,
correct?
three of your species have opposable thumbs. Don't even get me started. Like,
All right,
I was just curious.
how are we splitting this?
I mean, that looks fine, right?
Like that? All right. Who's doing the main rowing for each boat? It's going to be strength.
I
It's gonna,
would row for my boat.
I guess I'll row, and
yeah, it's going to be athletics roll when we get to it.
I am bad at that, but
I'm worse at that.
I mean, maybe like you can take one oar, and me and the professor can take another or something.
I got a strength of 10.
But not yet, sorry.
don't worry. I'm weaker than you, Professor.
Shannon, you are the strongest person in your boat.
Wait, what?
You have a
Oh,
plus. Yeah, you have a +1 to strength. I just checked. You are the strongest person in your boat.
I guess I'll take one oar, and you guys can take the other oar.
We'll get to that in a minute. So, you guys start.
So I'm helping the professor make his athletics roll then?
We'll get to it in a minute. Slow down. You guys are seeing him fumbling with a burlap sack, and you start getting some boats in the water, start rowing out there, and you see him take the burlap sack, and you notice it's like a full-size like potato sack, if not a bit bigger, and he chucks it in the water.
How far is he? He's still a couple hundred feet out.
If you want to get there fast, it can be an athletics roll. Or, yeah, if you want to like start rowing or like dive in the water after it.
I just wanted to check if he's, whatever distance. But he's a couple hundred feet away.
Yeah, like you're starting at least like 200 feet out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, we can try an athletics check.
All right. I'll get one from Farah and I'll get one from Cinnamon.
Alright. And I'll assist Cinnamon so she can have the damage.
All right. Ashley. So you see this man with eyes that seem to just stare out into the distance, fumbling with a burlap sack, and he chucks it in the water. And in that moment, you notice the sack's moving. Like, it's thrashing, the sack is. Something inside it is. And he just chucked it in the water, and you start going row, 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 as fast as you can. And you get up close to the fisherman's boat pretty quickly, and you see the burlap sack sinking down into the water. What do you do?
Can I grab it?
You can dive in after it.
But we're gonna have to abandon the whole boat, and I'm all wet.
You can see the burlap sack like thrashing.
Oh gosh, fine. I'll jump out of the boat and dive for the burlap sack.
All right. Give me an athletics roll.
All right.
Victor and Piddlewick are there with you. Oh, let me make another copy of this boat to represent Bluto's boat. All right, that's pretty good. Give me 1 second.
Hey, sweet, we got close.
Let me get named NPC Bluto Kargarov. That's his. What an awful name.
Yeah, I thought he looked like
Purple.
oh, they dude. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he also has blue skin. He also has blue skin. A trait
He's
some
blue skin, but he's so blobby looking
he's very
compared
blobby.
to poor Purple.
Yeah, Purple's ripped. This guy's just
He looks like hot wax
Average.
of like a facsimile of a person
Oh,
face.
your dad's Bob.
actually you you get up to Bluto and you look him in the face and he's not looking at you. He's just staring dead ahead at the water, waiting, not saying anything. And you look down and you see the burlap sack sinking and you dive in after it. And you swim through the water, stroking all the way down to the sack, and you manage to get there. And you start fumbling with the knot, and you just pull out a knife and cut the top off. And inside you see Arabelle, daughter of the Vistani tribe, and she clambers out of the sack, and you're about to grab her when a huge-sized fish swallows her whole in
Oh
front of
my god!
I don't think I see this, but I'm throwing a rope out to Farah because she's jumping into water in full plate.
Yeah, no, she'll need the rope. She's strong enough that she can do this. Farah is a badass. Don't worry. It's magic plate mail, and she's a badass.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
Okay.
kind of upset that the girl got swallowed, though. Like,
so,
that sucks.
a huge-sized fish, caked in mud, rises from the lake high above your tiny rowboats. You feel a telepathic blast emanate from it, rippling the surface of the lake. Giratodos swims amongst mortals once more. You have done well to serve me, Bluto. Now join your fish master in kind. And you see Bluto's blue skin turn to scales, and his eyes bulge like that of a fish. His face elongates and ends in sharp teeth. You see fins grow out the back of his head. He is now a Kuatoa. Everyone, please roll initiative.
Kurotoa?
I'll drop one in chat so you can see what I'm talking about, and I'll also drop Giratodos in chat. And I will change from passive background music to foreground music.
I remember Squidward would say Krakatoa, but that's different.
Bluto goes from a blobby blue man to a blobby blue fish. Where is chat? Professor's back. Here we go. Here's a Kuatoa. And here is Giratodos. Chris might recognize it.
Interesting.
And let me get Giratodos out on the field.
I don't know why, but I think his thumbs are up and he's going like, "Ee!"
Hey!
He does.
Oh, I totally see it. Yeah, no, you threw the rope already, so she'll be able to grab onto that no problem.
Well, I am holding on to that, which is unfortunate because what I just saw.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me get a Kuatoa on here. Don't worry, this is not to scale. I'll shrink it down in like 1 second. This is Bluto now. And he gets an initiative of plus nothing. Okay. Bluto has an initiative of 1.
Hey, Bluto's the name, Krakatoa's the game.
And then, where's my Girat? Did I already put the Giratodos on here? I did not put Giratodos on here already. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Open original. Save image as. How do I spell this again? Giratodos. And let's get this PNG on here. And actually, I'm gonna shunt your model over a little bit, just because, like,
Okay.
actually, no, this is fine. And this is almost to scale.
Nice.
Like, I don't have to shrink it down that much, actually. Let me check it. What size category is it? It is a huge sized creature, which is 3x3. Yeah, right here's fine. As it just swallowed Arabelle whole. Didn't chew her. Didn't.
Ah, so she might still maybe be alive for a little bit.
She's inside the beast. But you saw her get swallowed whole right in front of you underwater.
She's been through a lot. So
I will actually give you first initiative, actually, since you're the one underwater and you got there first.
yeah,
I know we just rolled initiative, but like everyone else gets there. Oh wait, I need to roll initiative for this thing.
Just treat this as a surprise round.
Yeah, exactly.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Like, here are my thoughts for anyone who wants to weigh in. Because the girl was swallowed whole, there's a part of me that doesn't want to, like, stab the fish or, like, attack it like I normally would. I would want... maybe I would try and, like... Could I jump on top of it and pry its mouth open? Is that a thing that I might be able to
Probably
try?
stab it in the face.
You could probably Men in Black it.
I'll let you know. You absolutely can kill it and try pulling her out.
Okay.
You absolutely.
Men in Black. I mean, you insult its mom and its cousin, you get swallowed whole, and then you break out.
Yeah, no, you.
I definitely want to kill it. I want to kill it without harming the girl inside. That is the thought.
I'll tell you this: the creature is covered in a thick layer of mud, muck, and thick hide. This thing, this thing's like mouth, like its gums, are thicker than your body.
Ew. Nasty.
Like its whole, just its forehead is taller than you. So your sun sword will cleave it. It will cut into the creature, but you're not going to cut into its stomach without killing it.
Got it. Okay.
Um,
So, like,
you are underwater right now, though, and that is less than ideal for fighting.
it is less than ideal.
Is it rabbit to elephant size, or would you say it's like dog to elephant size?
Hold on, let me just check what an elephant is in 5e.
It looks like small cave size.
I'm gonna try and get on top of it. That's just what I'm gonna try and do.
Sure thing. Give me an athletics roll to mount the beast.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's the same size. It's the same size category as an elephant.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to imply that, like, if imagine if an elephant like swallowed a rabbit, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have to worry about like killing the rabbit while you're stabbing an elephant.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of ways to stab this thing. So, Farah, you just grab onto the fish god and start climbing up it and gasp for air as you're finally above the surface of the water, and you are grabbing onto its back and like climbing up it. And that's your action for the turn. And I'm gonna say you're mounted, unless it spends a turn to like shake you off or deals like enough damage to like, unless it has something like that could knock you prone. Unless it tries knocking you prone, you're on the beast, and you go where it goes. You go where it goes.
less happy.
Bluto, now a Kuotoa, looks over at Victor and the boat over there, and it's going to what's the range of this attack? 5 feet. Got it. What's its movement speed? 30, and it's got a swim speed now. Bluto swims over to Victor. Bluto dives into the water, swims over to Victor, and throws a fishing net at Victor. It is a +3 to hit. Who's running Victor? It's a
I am. What was the hit? 15?
18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Alright. Bluto throws a fishing net over Victor, and he's now completely covered in net. And he will need to work to get out of said net.
Nothing but net.
Giratodos sends a sonic wave across the water again as it speaks to Farah. A tiny creature wishes to see the destruction of their new fish master. I will destroy it. And Giratodos will try to thrash at you. So, give me 1 second. It makes 2 attacks, 2 with its mud ball, or 1 with its bite, and 1 with its tail. Got it. So it's going to do 1 with its bite and 1 with its tail. It's going to try to hit you with its tail, like slapping upwards. It has a +9 to hit. So let me enter that in. Does a 12 does not hit. Alright. And then it's going to like try shaking you, and this will do like an amount of damage. +9 to hit. 27, I assume that hits. So, actually, you take 3d6 plus 5 damage as the creature tries thrashing you off, but you manage to keep a strong grip on it. You take 15. You take 15 damage as it thrashes to get rid of you.
Gotcha. Okay, that's not bad.
No.
I can handle that.
Victor is under a net. He's restrained. He can make a DC 10 strength check to free itself as an action.
Strength check, huh?
Yeah, DC 10. Just strength.
Did you put his name anywhere?
Giratodos?
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
Oh, yeah, because I don't want to keep calling him Krakatoa.
You've probably
I
killed.
think I can say that even now that I see it.
It took me a few tries. Giratodos.
Giratodos.
That's how I'm pronouncing it.
We'll see.
It's from Monster. Yeah, it's from Monster Hunter. So, Lucian, did you make that strength roll?
I'm thinking like he can, but I think it might just be easier to Misty Step out, honestly.
Can you Misty Step if you're restrained?
It's just a bonus action, it's verbal.
It's only verbal?
Yeah, only verbal. It's, yeah, you teleport up to 30 feet, so.
Okay, if it's only verbal, then sure, because, like, yeah,
Moving
sure.
around would be hard.
Wizards are dope.
Yeah, if it's only verbal, I have no problem with this. Yeah. Where do you want him to Misty Step to? The rest of this, assume anything that's not a boat is water.
Not part of the boat is water.
Yeah, so he can go, like, onto Bluto's old boat. Or he could join you.
He's gonna have fun. He's gonna go, essentially 30 feet up above the Murloc guy. And he's just gonna fall on top of him afterwards.
Okay. Do you want him to do a cantrip while he's in midair? Because that'd be badass.
At first, I was gonna like fireball him in the face, but he's a little bit too close on the boat and everyone else. So yeah, maybe he'll just do magic missile.
If he magic missile is not a cantrip, so he can't do that and Misty Step. But you can Misty Step and Firebolt.
Okay, then you can do that.
So Victor Misty Steps 30 feet straight up, throws a Firebolt down at Bluto, and then tries landing on Bluto. Go ahead and give me that Firebolt.
Alright.
Alright, that drops Bluto to 6 hit points. No, 7 hit points. He's got 7 health left.
Now he has to take 3d6 damage.
They both take 3d6 fall damage. Do you want to roll that?
Sure, I can do that. I'll do the honors.
Okay. So, Victor Misty Steps 30 feet straight up into the air, throws a Firebolt down, and then just falls onto Bluto, crushed Goomba stomping him. Victor, ow, and like the boat rocks, but Victor can eat 12 damage. Bluto, on the other hand, is now dying. Awesome. That was badass. Cinnamon. Farah is gripping onto the fish god. What do you do?
Can I see it? Like,
yes.
Is it thrashing, like, sort of
above water
at the surface? Okay, just wanted to make sure that, like, it wasn't dragging her under. I'm still going to guiding bolt it, attempting to aim for, like, its head.
Hell yeah. Go for it. So, Gyarados has a special ability that gives it a bonus to its armor class, making it so that would have hit. But, so, the Gyarados is covered in a thick layer of mud and muck, and that eats the hit, preventing the damage.
Ooh.
Normally it would be AC 16 until the muck is destroyed by... It will take one massive hit to destroy the muck, and until that happens it has AC 19. Professor. Or I assume you're good?
Yeah,
AC on the muck itself, so like say we don't attack the creature, we're just trying to like saw off the muck off of the creature.
It's still gonna be AC 19 just to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like it's on its flesh, but like if you hit it really hard, that layer will break off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Probably.
Natural armor for animals. So when he was speaking, was he just speaking to Farah, or could everyone hear that?
Yeah, everyone can hear it. It's speaking in massive telepathic blasts that ripple the surface of the water.
Is he... Okay, is he speaking in common?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna try suggestion.
Okay. So... Let me see if it can be charmed. That's a good question.
That's
It
a good question.
doesn't say it can't be charmed. And the suggestion must be worded in a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. So, what do you have in mind?
I was gonna say, throw up everything in your stomachs. Maybe stomachs. Throw everything up in your stomachs and leave us alone.
Alright, so what kind of save?
What is it? It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
DC 17.
It has a +1 to wisdom saving throws.
No, it's not good. Oh,
It's not great, no. That's a 5. The creature says, the creature falls under your magic, and it's going to attempt to retch. It makes a Constitution saving throw now to see if it can like retch up.
yeah.
Like it starts going your magic can only do so much against a god, and the fish continues to retch. For a moment you hear a little girl scream from inside as it's retching. So she's still alive in there.
Okay. I tell everyone I suggested to it to throw up the girl, so don't harm it any further for now.
Oh, why?
Because if they hit it, it'll get another save.
I mean, it's only got a +1 to the save. And
Yes.
it's up to you guys how you want to do that. Kane.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. In general, like if it throws up, then it will, and if not, then you guys continue bashing.
Will the rope fall and sink into the water if I let go of it?
You can tie it to the boat real quick as a free action, honestly.
Okay. Then I do that. I pick out my bow.
Okay.
Don't move. Get my ready aim, and then tell
what?
Sir Jaitodos, you are not sovereign here, for Lord Strahd currently resides in Castle Ravenloft with his Darth associates. You must first usurp the current deities before you may claim this land.
That's really good. And then you fire the bow, I assume?
No.
Oh.
I followed the professor's orders.
Oh, okay.
I also want to say, like, good job, Victor. We're finally rubbing off on you.
He nods and says, thank you. As he's, like, catching his breath, like, as he just Goomba stomped a fish. A fish man, rather. So you tell them that... You tell Jared... I'm going to repeat it back to you, make sure I heard the important parts there. You are not sovereign here as long as Strahd is still standing.
And his dark patrons. Because, like, of course you could still see Strahd not as a god.
Right.
But I'm saying that there's other gods here that are, like, in your way of ruling this land.
And I shall consume them all. This whole valley shall become my sea. Nothing will stop Giratodos from conquering it. If you have more to say to it, you may. I'm not going to hold you to one sentence back and forth.
Oh, can you flood this valley?
Giratodos seems to believe he can.
Okay. Then once we finish our business here, you should flood Castle Ravenloft. Because otherwise, nobody in the realm is going to worship you or believe, your sovereignty.
Sorry, I just wasn't ready for you to make diplomatic communications with the fish.
You haven't filed the proper paperwork!
I'm sorry, I just wasn't ready for that. It's really funny to me. Giratodos seems unfazed by the idea of...
Do you want to be Duke of the Slate? Like...
Go ahead and make some sort of charisma roll to strike up conversation with the fish god.
Persuasion check or just a charisma check?
You get to argue any kind of charisma roll that you think is relevant here. Like persuasion is valid.
Yeah.
They got rid of whatchamacallit, knowledge and ability.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. If you think there's like a history roll or something, if there's something more valid, I'll take your lead on this one because you are doing something I wasn't ready for, but I like it a lot, and I'm actually kind of really hyped for this idea. Okay. All right. Giratodos retches and shakes and you see him and you see Arabelle kind of near the front of his throat now, like reaching her hand out.
How many planes have you conquered?
How many? Say again?
How many planes have you conquered and hold rulership over?
I once conquered much of the Great Sea, but was banished to this lake, ready to be summoned. Bluto fulfilled the ritual, and now I am free once more. Farah, you can see Arabelle like almost out of her mouth, out of Giratodos' mouth. Like,
is this a freshwater lake?
I suppose so. Aren't most lakes? I guess.
Yeah, usually they're freshwater.
I guess so.
So you have command over sea and freshwater, rivers and streams?
All water is nothing. Nothing compares to the Great Sea. All water is my domain.
Wait, so you would be able to, let's say, manage a good agricultural watering system, like with dikes and such, and, you know, maybe veneration from the local villages could be arranged, as well as, you know, protection from said flooding. How many denizens did you have in the oceans?
I'm so sorry. This is amazing. Giratodos is definitely thrown off by these offers of cooperation when it was planning on conquering.
Do you have any temples that venerate you?
None that stand today, but soon all the world.
Who's going to build those temples?
Giratodos stops, retches more, thinks. Farah, you can see Arabelle like kind of sitting on his tongue with his mouth is open.
Can I reach for her?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
You do that, and you kind of like grab onto a fin and grab the girl and put her up on your shoulder, holding on to her. And do you like stay on top of Giratodos? Do you like get down onto one of the boats?
I'm gonna get down onto one of. Yeah.
All right.
Like I want her to safety, not on top of a giant fish.
Sure. Can you give me one athletics roll just to see how graceful you land on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
See if... Alright, 18? Yeah, so you leap from Giratodos, and you get a squishy landing as you land plate mail knee first on what was Bluto.
Nice. I mean, also kind of gross, but nice.
As you can see, your prophet is indisposed. And how do you feel about the title Morning Lord?
I despise that false deity. For
Exactly. Imagine if we could renovate all of those. We could renovate all of those temples to your divineness.
I love this so much.
Sounded pretty good to me. I mean, get rid of Strahd, install someone that actually, like, wants to be a lord and stuff.
Whoa, I'm not saying that we installed King Gyarados. I'm just saying we could have a deity watching over the people of Barovia Valley. With some legitimate, like, clean water system from a guy who can, like, literally manage, like, great water on a massive scale? Could you imagine the agricultural efficiency we could have?
He would get lots of sacrifices in the form of, like, food just, like, given to him. He wouldn't have to hunt anymore.
Perhaps. Yeah. I was gonna ask when he's retching, is there anything else the giant fish throws up by chance?
No. Arabelle is all this creature has eaten since it was summoned. This creature has been... It tells you, I have spent millennia trapped in the plane below. Pure darkness and wet is all I saw for eternities until I managed to latch onto Bluto. And with my prophet disposed of, and your offers of temples and offerings, this interests me greatly. An arrangement is fair to make.
Not an arrangement, a divine covenant, Lord Jaratiros.
Sacrifice will be expected. Divine blessings given as gifts.
Do you have a calendar on you?
Eli or Giratodos?
Giratodos.
I do not.
He left it in his other pants pocket.
It's just, we're going to be handing out decrees soon, so we can, when is the sacred time to make offerings, hold sacred festivals, bless children in your name.
Today will be the first day of offerings and festivals.
Can I ask a stupid question? What's the holy symbol of the Morning Lord look like?
Probably a sun. I think it's a sun.
That would be my guess.
I'm like 99% sure.
Do you mind if I do a rough draft of the holy symbol and then a picture of a fish? Unless he really wants me to, like, get that. Or, I mean, like, yeah. What's your divine sigil should be?
Actually, I have one.
And with those Crusader guys, Chair, I forgot if they're holy order, like, were they a holy order of the Morning Lord, or?
Of the Silver Dragon, actually.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. No problem here, then. Fuck the Morning Lord.
I mean, quite frankly, the Morning Lord's not done a lot of good stuff for this valley, like, lately.
You're in a New Testament out, Giratodos. Yeah, you've been locked away for a while. Things have changed.
Here is the, This is like the iconography of Giratodos. I pulled that straight from the Monster Hunter wiki.
Okay, I can make you a banner. Yeah, do you mind if I was Bluto wearing anything?
Nothing of importance. He was a poor fisherman.
But he had some clothes on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's my? I would like to make that banner and then start carrying that around to literally show that we are opposite Giratodos.
Okay. You have it. You make it.
Cool.
Burning adventuring gear for you use part of your disguise kit as like makeup. You can just you don't need to. Okay, yeah, you do that.
No, I'm gonna take a boat oar from what's his face's thing.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna take the shirt, right, and then I'm gonna use the adventuring gear to
paint
that sigil, right?
Yeah.
And then because if he wants, this is not like a deception. This is actually real. What I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I'm into this. Victor makes a suggestion. He wants a festival. We already have one planned for the night. He wants offerings.
Yeah. Do you want... How does your water creation power work? So you can witness us going forth. Or how do we commune with you, mighty Giratodos?
There is one amongst your pack who is... No, he wouldn't say pack, he would say school, because he's a fish. There's one amongst your school who has the blessing of speech within the mind. And he looks down to Farah. This third one and I may now commune.
I'm sorry, commune? Wait, does he mean... how does he mean?
He speaks directly into your mind alone and says,
Oh.
You have the gift of speech, one not common amongst mortals. You have true speech, unfettered by mouths and vocal cords.
He's referencing my psychic abilities now.
He can tell.
And I'm like, so I think back to him. Yes, indeed I do.
Excellent. I will... As for my precise powers, I may create a river where I walk, turn the ground to mud. Alternatively, if necessary, I may walk among men, towering above their village. He has a walking speed. He has a walking speed and a swim speed.
That's fantastic.
I do want to know what monster parts you're technically missing out about this, but again, yay, diplomacy! I
had a boss fight and everything, but this is way, way more interesting because I didn't even think that this was possible, and honestly, that's why I love D&D. Here's some more pictures of Giratodos just to, help your brain, envision this.
He is a grumpy god.
Yeah. It's a giant fish creature, for sure.
Wait, you're swimming this. Do you want a bath, out of curiosity?
The muck is my natural environment. It protects me as I protect it. But you have been I did not expect to have cooperation on the surface world. I expected bloodshed and conflict before I would be recognized. This is very convenient for me.
Well, I mean, you were banished here, I assume, by Strahd, correct?
Darker gods saw fit for my imprisonment within their domain. Similar to...
Are we talking about the same gods then?
The dark powers that create this realm. The dark powers that you, looking to all but Cinnamon and Victor, have dealt with. Those dark powers. The ones that imprison us here. Imprisoned me as well.
The smart guys?
The Nightwalker that you saw before.
The guys who made deals with?
Yeah.
Yeah. The shadow creatures.
Those guys aren't the same guys backing Strahd out there, right?
They torment him indefinitely. This is his prison, as it is mine.
Wait, really? We made deals with the bad guys?
No, they imprisoned Strahd.
I'm talking. Who just gave me a bunch of knowledge? Like I traded knowledge for knowledge.
With the Nightwalkers.
And are those the same guys? Yeah, those are the same guys, right?
The dark powers.
Okay, there's the Nightwalkers, and then there's the Dark Powers. Those are two separate things.
As far as you can tell right now, they are one and the same.
Okay.
But
yeah, so we made a deal with the bad guys!
I mean, that
They were really shifty.
like, I mean, they were clearly suspicious.
I've been tricked!
are they the bad guys? I don't know about that.
They're keeping Strahd alive!
They keep him imprisoned. Strahd's continued existence is not of their doing, but
Yeah.
his...
Imprisoned with a whole bunch of other people.
That
Could
is
have
not
been
a concern to
used on
them.
the whole world or something.
Sorry, say again?
Oh, like Strahd could be ruling the whole world instead of just this small realm.
This
Wow.
is his prison. His punishment, as it is mine. But I am open to a new church of Giratodos. Shall we? When shall be my first festival?
Yeah, Eli, math-wise, is it tonight or is it tomorrow?
It's tonight.
Okay, tonight!
Excellent. I will be given sacrifice and be revered by the locals as their new god.
Wait, so yeah, what are his terms of offering and sacrifice?
I wish to be satiated with the bodies of meat and men.
Can it be animals?
Ooh, we got that, but it's in one town over.
Hmm?
We have tons of bodies. It's just one town over.
Or do you have a... Wait, are you talking about the...
Piles and piles of zombies? Yeah.
Nope, he's gonna appreciate that.
That's not what he said. He said meat and bodies.
I do not care if they still have the living within.
Oh.
Gone.
Meat is all I need.
Well, alright then. Let's feed him zombies. I love it.
This is the best time! I love this so much!
gonna say another interesting thing is if we could feed him Strahd repeatedly.
That would be really fun.
That would
I
be like
love that.
this. Like one of those like Hades torture, like you're alive and get eaten by a giant fish and then come back to life and then get eaten by a giant fish again.
A new punishment for Strahd would be quite delectful.
Yeah, we don't even have to kill him now. Try his Toros.
They would have to force him to do that too. That wouldn't be easy every day. That would be quite the struggle, but.
An offering for a blessing for my first converts. And he gives you each a scale from his body. A small one for each of you. It is enchanted with the blessings of my power. Carry it into battle in my name. Alright, shall we do the scene setting for Vallaki and then cut?
Wait, did he throw up the girl yet?
Yeah. Actually,
I thought so, and I'm like, wait a second.
Then we feed him Bluto.
amazing. You feed him Bluto, and
Perfect.
actually, Farah gets off of Bluto, peel it off your plate mail leg, and then shielding Arabelle's eyes, of course, picking up the Kuatoa and chucks it to Giratodos, who snaps it up and swallows it after a bit of a thrash in the water, and within your mind, you rippling across the surface of the water, you hear satiation.
Nice.
I am eager for the festival. When night falls, I will descend upon the village, and you will make my name known to the people.
Yeah. Is water creation boat ride faster, or do we just walk back?
Yeah, he can give you he tells you, I will prepare myself for presentation to the people. And he goes under the water, but when he does so, he flips his tail fin around so that pushes your boats with a big wave, and your rafts are pushed back to shore.
Okay, cool. Do we need to do this next session?
Yeah, no, Vallaki will be next session, but because that's a whole thing. But we can. Here's what's going to happen next. You guys are going to go back to the Vistani camp, give them Arabelle, get your quest reward, and then we're going to introduce Vallaki.
Oh, tonight, right?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, cool. So what's the blessing do? Or is it just the thing we have?
Let me show you. So, if you put it's a monster.
He looks cuter.
It's a monster part that you can either use as an armor upgrade or a weapon upgrade, one or the other for each of you, and you don't have to. I don't think the latter means anything without using custom Monster Hunter weapons. I don't think that means anything. So, if you want to work this into your armor, you would no longer have to deal with difficult terrain.
Oh, you're buffing it?
Huh? Oh no,
You're
just
buffing it?
no, just when you're in water. Sorry, I'm not buffing it. Sorry, yeah, as it's written. So.
How's the weapon one working though?
The weapon one means nothing to you without getting specialized Monster Hunter weapons.
Okie dokie then.
Yeah. Yeah. There are plenty of things on this, like, oh my god. That's awesome. I love that you just did that. Alright. So, you guys are heading back to the Vistani camp with Arabelle. Arabelle seems shell-shocked.
I'm gonna ask her though, who are your gods?
We...
Well, I'm also gonna introduce us.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
father sent us.
Oh, he must be very upset.
Is that Dusk Elf guy important to you?
Oh, I mean, he's in the camp. I know him.
How did you know
Good
this?
to know.
I know Savid. Savid's fine.
How did you go missing?
I got bored. I wanted to explore. Father never lets me explore. So I wandered, and I ended up in Valaki. And I met Bluto. And he took me fishing. And he said I was a good luck charm. He did say some strange words sometimes, like bring me the Vistani air and free me and give me the Vistani air and you'll become one with me. He said those sorts of things like when he was just mumbling to himself while we were fishing, but we caught a lot of fish and it was nice until he threw me in the water today. But we caught a lot of fish in the meantime. He wasn't a mean man, he was just really into fishing. But yeah, that's where I've been. Father's gonna be upset, isn't he?
I think
He's
he'll
gonna
just
be
be
happy.
happy you're okay.
Okay,
Someone else will be happy.
I'm glad to hear that. Anything else you want to ask her before you get back to, what's it called? The camp? Alright. So, you guys get back to the camp.
Wait, she didn't answer my original question about her gods.
Oh, sorry. We just trust the seers more than anything else at the camp. Hold on, let me turn off this music. We're no longer in combat.
How if Gerateos brings you fresh fish and fresh water, will you venerate him?
If it's as good as the fish that Bluto's been giving me,
It will be.
I like the fish. It's better than whatever meat that my dad gets. I like the fish more.
Praise Gerateos! Yay!
And the little kid joins in with "Praise Gerateos."
Indoctrination early.
Yeah.
Amazing. Sorry, give me 1 second. Taraka reading notes. I want to check like exactly what this means.
Sorry, Eli.
What?
This is what I meant about like why I was worried about Humblewood, because I hope you realize how much I'm changing Barovia.
I'm loving this. Don't worry. Like, this is amazing. This is the best thing I could ever ask. Like, no, it's great. Like, oh no, my game just got a whole lot better.
Suck it, Morning Lord.
Like, I introduced this, like, as just like a fun little boss. No, he's now a major player in the political landscape and is now the new religion of the Barovian people. I love this because multiple churches have asked you for new priests. And, like, one even suggested that they would take on Cinnamon's religion. Like, they're okay with abandoning the Morning Lord. Like, that was Kresk, where they were just like, we're okay with any religion. We would take Cinnamon and her elven, like, everything. But, like, if you've got a new god in town, amazing. Okay.
I mean, they're gonna see them in battle. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you return to, the, words. You return to the Vistani camp, and coming up the hillside, you can hear, the whip cracking still, and, Arabelle looks a little scared, by this. You guys lead the way up, and, enter the tent as before, and you see, pretty much as it was when you left. And you're standing in the doorway of the tent.
Jubilations!
Everyone turns to look.
Well, I don't... There, can you throw her in the air and show... The heir of the Vistani!
I looked her up like Simba.
Amazing!
Yeah!
Yeah, Simba!
Yes!
Everyone.
You do that, and
Outfit of Jerateros! We come bearing fortuitous news.
Luvash turns, looks, eyes go wide, mouth drops, and he drops everything, and just sprints over and grabs his daughter and hugs her close and just, like, goes down to the ground, like, holding her, weeping. And the Vistani around get up and start cheering as you've returned Arabelle back to camp. Many had marked her off for dead, and here she is, breathing and alive. Luvash is just weeping, holding his daughter.
We give him time.
Aragorn comes over. Aragorn comes over and says, thank you. I don't have words for how much this means to us.
Oh, but we do have words. And then I hand him a piece of paper.
What's it got on it?
It has the information of their pledge of loyalty to that their noble house shall join the Council of Barovia, and that they will pledge their fealty to the new king or queen, and henceforth convert to the Church of Jerateros.
Aragorn looks over this and goes, "Wow, I really thought this through, huh? This is a lot."
I know. I understand that you are not the leader, and we would like to talk to him in good time. But,
no, I am. My brother and I co-op this.
And just to let you know, actually, for some of these noble houses listed here, yes, the werewolves have, word. I don't know if word has traveled, but there's many people allying with this new liege, the new kingdom of Barovia, with new additions. And we would like to talk about your added addition for your people's lifestyle. We don't suggest that you settle down, of course. We understand how your people live.
Assuming you're not trying to quash our customs.
Absolutely not. We want you to be the lifeblood. The second you may want to pick up rowing as a hobby, but we will still need horses as well to carry messages and trade goods between the villages.
I'll discuss this with my brother once he's here again. You know what I mean.
After all, you have no words, as you said.
I have no words, but I do have this. And he reaches into his pocket and presents you with a small artifact. And he tells you, this is what keeps our camp safe. This is what's made it so that we could keep the Dusk Elves alive. We don't tell them about it. We just keep the vampires away. You are going to... I'm looking at this, and you've got it figured out. You have a plan. Take this. This shows our support. And you're handed the holy symbol of Ravenkind. This will keep you safe when you go to storm the castle. And once you're done, we won't need it anymore. I don't think we will ever need this again, but I expect you will need this in the coming days. It will keep you safe. And you have our people's support. I'll rally the elves. I'll rally what Vistani we have. We may not join you on the field of battle, but when the time comes, you will have our support. We're not warriors, but you have our support.
Praise Jerateos!
Praise Geratodos. And he goes over to sit with his brother and his niece and hold them. We will have many more meetings in the coming weeks, I assume.
Yes, you must learn about Jerateos in the coming future. Oh, also, as a gift, and I wink at Ashley, at Farah.
Oh?
Yes.
What do you have in mind?
I am going to present them the Sun Sword. I'm going to show it to them. I don't think I'm going to give it to them, but I'm going to show them it.
Okay. You whoosh and reveal the blade. You pull out the empty hilt and hold it upright for the blade to stand tall, beaming true sunlight onto this camp for the first time in hundreds of years. None of these people have ever seen true sunlight before. It's blinding. It's real. And the people stare.
The champion of Jerateos brings a new future for all!
Oh my god, you're really selling this.
A new future. A new Barovia. And Luvash looks up from his daughter and says, I listened. I heard it all. A new Barovia. And he says, the Vistani are with you. We are with you. Amazing.
Okay, so I need... Well, I'll figure out how many seats we need. We'll figure it out.
There's a courtroom. There's a dining hall at Castle Ravenloft. You can repurpose all these things once there's no monsters
I know,
there.
but I'm just like, alright, how many chairs do we need now?
Instead of like the Birdfolk Council, there's going to be the Barovian Council.
Yeah.
I actually really love that a lot. And you're also probably going to have someone on that council whose job is to go back and forth between the Birdfolks and Yeah.
I mean, that was going to be half Vistani, half werewolves, right?
Yeah. So, I think it's time for. Off in the distance, you can hear drums coming from within the town. It sounds like the festival is just starting to get moving as night is falling. Aragol looks to you and says, I suspect you have plans at that festival?
Yes. We need to bring them the words of Jerateros. As well as, I might have been a little hasty on the paperwork that I mentioned. Well, no, actually, I didn't mention it to them. As well as to do a little bit of administrative work.
I will inquire no further. We are with you. The Vistani support you. We will see you through any and all. So, you guys start heading to Vallaki?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Actually, do you walk with the Sun Sword out? Sorry, you cut out.
I think so.
Okay, just like as a flex, like, do you make it so that people know you as the Sun Sword wielder when you walk into town?
Yes, I believe I do.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think that would be very cool.
Hell yeah. Have you guys had a moment to look over the holy symbol of Ravenkind?
No.
I mean, I looked at it. I didn't. I don't know if there's like.
Oh, is that GM notes only? Oh, damn it! That's under GM notes only. Let me fix that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I don't know how it works mechanically because.
Yeah, it has text. Sorry, it's in the GM notes only section for some reason.
I didn't see it at all. I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I was just like, well, we get to find out how it works.
Yeah, no. This is on the same power level as the Sun Sword.
Okay.
So
you got a new trinket.
yeah.
Wait, is there a limit to how many attuned items we get? I always forget.
3.
Okay, but we can swap them out, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't it take a thing a night?
Raw,
Either short
yes.
rest or long rest, yeah.
Rules as written, long rest. But I have the host rule of if you just acquired this magic item, you can instantly attune to it if it's thematic and badass. And in this moment, yes, it is. So, Cinnamon can instantly attune to this if she'd like.
Just out of curiosity, so I want to make sure it's 3 items?
Yeah, you can be attuned to 3 magic items that require attunement. If you put any monster parts into your armor or weapons, that counts as an attuned item.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We can.
I have a bunch of statues, but I don't actually have anything that's a magic armor or weapon. I think I haven't taken any.
Yeah, I don't think you have. I think you got that one icon of Ravenloft, but like, you didn't ever use it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Eli, did the assassin dagger or the scimitar needed to be attuned?
Probably not.
Okay.
The assassin dagger, no. The scimitar, since it can cast spells, maybe you got that in Humblewood, right?
Yeah.
I can check. I
don't recall having a actual item though, if that makes sense.
It's probably from the Humblewood book. I can open that later and look, but
okay,
we'll do that later. And if you're 1 item over the attuned limit, I'm not going to freak out right this moment.
Yeah, got it.
So, you guys walk on in. So, you guys leave the Vistani camp, which is in the. Can you guys see this map?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were at the Vistani camp, bottom left-hand corner, and move on up to the front gates of Vallaki. And normally at night they would not be letting people in, but Farah wields the Sunblade. Nobody stops you from walking in through the front gates. In fact, they see you coming, and they open the front gates. They're not starting a fight with the wielder of the Sunblade. And as you start walking into town, you can see people are moving like towards the center of town, like towards where like the burgomaster's house is. Like there's like general motion that way of like the whole village, and like you can kind of hear like way off in the distance. You can hear the burgomaster yelling something, and you can hear like drum noises. But before you can like get to there, the priest of this town runs up to you. Father, what's his name? Lucian. His name is actually Father Lucian. That's rules is written. Father Lucian runs up to you. You've met him before. You remember, or should I refresh?
Please refresh. I do not remember.
Yeah, your character would remember because it's only been like a couple of days. He's the one. So when you originally came to Vallaki, Irina pointed out that your town needs that the village of Barovia needs a new holy person, and maybe they have someone here who could come. And so you went to the church, and it was just Father Lucian there, and he's the one who led you to Milovaj, who led you down that whole quest line, which you never fully resolved, but you saved the kid, and that's what you saved Milovaj, and you killed the demon, and that's what's important. Sorry, what?
No, I agree that that's what is important.
That was what's important to you at the time, yeah. And Father Lucian runs up to you guys and says, "Oh, thank the Morning Lord you're here.
No, thank Jerateros we're here."
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with that god.
You will be. Right in front. Anyways.
I'm so glad those are the words you said, Chris. I set you up for that. I'm so glad you said it. Anyways, can I pull you aside for just one moment? We must talk. I know you're heading to the festival. Everyone is, but please, we must talk just real quick before you go. And you can hear the drums getting louder and the festival moving quicker. Do you stop to talk to Father Lucian?
I do. I
Okay.
don't know about anybody else.
Sure.
I'd like wanna.
Please stop to talk to me.
Sure. You ask him what's up, and he tells you this village, this town, is protected by an artifact. That artifact sits within the church. It is a set of bones that's underneath the church, and the church radiates the magic from those bones into the whole town, and that's what keeps us safe. The bones are missing.
Okay, stupid question for Shannon. Are the bones like real magic, or are they like superstitious, like saints items that aren't actually real?
That's up to Cinnamon.
Okay, because like sometimes it's like, this is Saint Augustine's finger bone, and it's like, oh, this town has Saint Augustine's finger bone. Or like, isn't that just any old guy's finger bone? Like,
That's up to Cinnamon to figure out. Like, if Cinnamon wants to ask him to elaborate.
I think I might ask him to elaborate on the particular magic these bones have? Because like that sounds suspicious.
They're
Super sus.
slow, but they're powerful, and they just keep the undead away from our town. They just keep out Strahd and his minions. This artifact is what keeps us, and not Village of Barovia. Or one of the less fortunate towns that are no longer with us.
Victor, you know anything about this?
Victor shakes his head. I've never heard of it. And Father Lucian goes on to say, well, that's intentional. There's not many in town who know about these. I'm pretty sure I'm like one of the only people here who knows about these, and they're gone. They've been gone for about a day. And as far as I can tell, maybe more, I'm not sure. I only noticed them being gone like this morning. I just happened to step on a loose floorboard, and I was like, why is this loose? And I checked, and they were missing. And within a week, this village will be defenseless. Within a week of them being removed this week.
Well, within a week, Strahd might be extra dead, or we all might be extra dead, so...
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay.
Kind of doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, if they happen to be in Strahd's castle and we survive, we'll bring them back.
I lean over to Kane and I say, you might want to check with your wolf group just in case any of them decided to find the bones and take it for themselves.
Nom nom snack?
We'll do.
Alright. And we will scene cut as you guys walk away from Father Lucian towards the festival. And we'll pick up at the festival next session.
Thanks, Father Lucian. Later!
It was not comforting whatsoever.
You just walk away from him, and he's just like, oh.
I mean, what would he want us to do, right?
I know he wanted us to look for them, but like, I don't even know if the bones work. Like,
I think the professor would start questioning him. When was the last time you saw the bones? Who were you with? Because he was one of the few people who saw it, so he's number one suspect.
Do you actually want to play that out?
No, I just...
Okay.
He would have, but, I'm just going to hand wave it, kind of.
Okay.
It's just ridiculousness.
Cinnamon was awkward at him. Be like, well, we're going to try a murder Strahd with a bunch of people that may not be alive at the end of it.
Oh my god, Chris, I love that picture so much. It's you, but with Giratodos.
Yeah, I'm glad you realize what I'm doing there.
I love that so much. I love that so much. Oh god, it's really good. Alright, so, next session we will pick up with you guys. I'll just set the scene just a little bit, just as a cliffhanger. You guys mingle with the crowd, work through the crowd, parting their path, like people get out of your way since Sunsword and all that. And up ahead, you can see the Burgomaster. Let me get this scene here. And you hear him shouting. Give me 1 second. You hear him yell. You see a human man tied to a wooden pole around his feet, kindling. And you hear the Burgomaster shouting, "By burning away our sinners, we purge ourselves of our own sins, blessing us all with freedom from this damned existence. All will be well." And you see him go to throw a torch onto the timber. And that's where we'll cut for tonight.
Nice.
Yes, perfect.
Oh my god, Moose. Feral man. But yeah, we'll pick up here next Thursday.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, see you guys on the 7th.
Awesome. See you on the 7th. Bye.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night. Yes, mister. Okay, let me go to here, and let me end this. That went awesome. I did not see that coming at all.